What's up, everybody? Steven Cheats on my new YouTube channel, and welcome to Thursday the 26th live stream show, sponsored by YouTube. And today is Thursday, the February 26th, 2026. And I hope everyone's having a good day today. Now, I got an announcement to make here. Friday the 27th is tomorrow. I'm going to be a guest star on 66 Guns live stream show. And I don't know what time does he have his live stream show. And but if he does start his live stream, I might be as his guest star. And now during my Facebook, I got a couple of new friend requests already. And the person who lives in Wyoming is by the name of K. Lee Cook. And another person by the name of Buck McCoy. Now, Buck McCoy is another person who lives in Nashville, Tennessee. And he does country music as well. Now today, I'm going to show you the three albums that I made the last couple years so far. And this album right here, the first one that I made, is Steven Cheats and his Karaoke Friends Greatest Hits Collection, Volume 1. Now, during this album, I was the first singer who likes country music. And the background that you've seen when I was at the Fisherman's Catch here at Forest Hill, Maryland. And I've already created a post of it on Facebook when I was doing a song with another karaoke friend of mine named Jessica L. And it was the first time that Jessica L and I do a duet song together. And like the duet song that Jessica L and I do by Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, it's called Like We Never Loved at All. And now, this next album that I remade that I want to show you is this one. I call it Steven Cheats with Friends live from the Japanese Steakhouse. Apparently, a friend of mine from Facebook was by the name of Heidi. Heidi just told me that there'll be no more karaoke at the Japanese Steakhouse. I don't know what's going on. All we have left is the pour at the Derby at Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And that is the problem. Excuse me. I slept till like 10 a.m. in the morning. Until the time I wake up Sky for school just in time. And now I got to set up a 7 a.m. alarm again tomorrow. So I can make sure I get up and get Sky up. And some of the Facebook friends that I've been known so long time ago, like lots of Facebook Messenger friends, and they were good friends of mine. Now I do want to remind you folks, starting March 8th is Daylight Saving Time. You all know what that means. It means clock moves forward now. That means you got to switch time from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Then on November 1st, Daylight Saving Time ends. And you all know what that means? You all got to set the clocks backwards now. And now you folks may not notice that Mike Rowe is not going to do his evening live on the air show. I don't know what's going on. He just messaged me a couple while ago. But tonight, there's a new star hosting. And that person's name, Joan Adams. and her show is called The Classic Country Show. And The Classic Country Show is a new show hosted by Joan Adams. And it's from 5 p.m. till 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And but Mike Rowe's still going to be on the air every mornings now. But I did manage to upload 2 new video posts that I've created on my Facebook account. Like the one that I told you before, with a karaoke friend by the name of Kimmy Brown, that she and I do Johnny Cash and June Cash song called Jackson. And it was the first time that some of the best dancers, that the dancers are in the middle of a dance floor dancing to my song by Johnny Cash, and Kimmy Brown do a June Carter Cash part. And let me make sure I send the link out on the chat on the screen here. There we go. Now, as I told you before, this video was recorded, and this film took place in Havre Grace. It's at the Havre Grace American Legion by the name of Joseph L. Davis. And it's post 47. And that was a long time ago when Susan and I do a duet together. This next karaoke place that I went a long time ago is this place, Fisherman's Catch at Forest Hill, Maryland. And I do enjoy karaoke there. And I do like the funny time when I took Mary Jo back to the farm again. And it was a fun time together. Anyway, like I said, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time, the host of the Classic Country shows by the name of Joe Adams. And Joe Adams is another great country singer of all time in New Mexico. And until the time, that's when I send a liner and the singing of my voice on the Gmail account of Mike Rowe. And he put it on the radio station, and everyone across Germany and around the entire other United States listened to it. And they did enjoy like my singing of the Dukes of Hazzard theme song. And the theme song of the Dukes of Hazzard was written by Waylon Jennings. And Waylon Jennings is another great country music singer. But it was the first time that Waylon Jennings ever did the narration of the Dukes of Hazzard. And we got some, and heads up, I want to give you bad news here, folks. Another WWE superstar had passed away by the name of Paul Heyman. And he was another good WWE superstar who joins up with Roman Reigns. He was the member of the Shield. And I'm still working on some other editions of the WWE. Like the one I did create was the horror edition of WrestleMania 7, the intro of it. And the voice that we heard was me and the legendary commentary Gorilla Monsoon. And I didn't like the old version of WWE, but I still like Becky Lynch and The Undertaker, The Rock, Kane, and many other superstars that I've known. Looks like no one's showing up on the chat here. And And now we're going to be continuing on taking a look at some of the horror classic films. Like this one, it was made in 1975. And this film here is a worst horror classic film of all time, even scarier. Such as this film, The Giant Spider Invasion. And it was the first time that in 1975, when a giant-sized spider monster is on the loose and starting attacking. And the helicopters are trying to stop it. And, oh man. And The Giant-Sized Spider Invasion may be another scarier classic film of all time. Now, this next horror classic film of all time in 1974. And the first time that Vincent Price, the actor of Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective, have started playing this classic film. It's called Madhouse. Madhouse is from the American International Pictures film in 1974. Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, and Robert Quarry stars in this film, where Vincent Price was trying to play Dr. Death. But someone has already become Dr. Death. And 710 Oil, welcome aboard. Good to see you. And Vincent Price plays a character named Paul Toombs. And Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, who has become the real Dr. Death, who was a killer. And Madhouse is another classic horror film of all time. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. And I hope you're doing all right. Now, this other horror classic film with Vincent Price, who starred in the 1961 this time. The film is called The Pit and the Pendulum. Vincent Price stars in this film, and as you can see, that cutting machine, it shapes like a triangle, but it shapes like a little bit of smiley face on it. Well, I'm doing okay there, 710 is oil. Now, as I said, The Pin and the Pendulum was released in 1961, where that cutting invention may shape like a triangle, but it's kind of shaped like a smiley face on it. And this cutting event may cut the chest part of it, of every body's. Watch these movies? Well, sometimes I've been watching them on Svengoolie. And sometimes I watch some of them. Now, This other horror film that was on YouTube a couple weeks ago is this classic called City in Panic. City in Panic is the first female serial killer, and the female serial killer was by the name of Elizabeth Price, and I don't know who starred as Elizabeth Price in this film. We got good news here, folks. Michael Rowe it says tune in this morning. My single, Bless Your Heart, from a second new album called Second Serving. And it's gonna be on Voice of the Mountains Country Radio tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And during my first karaoke live stream concert, Michael Rowe, who showed up on the first time, and we played one of his best songs, and he said thank you to me, and during my second live stream concert show, which is coming up soon on March the 3rd, 2026. And hopefully when I start karaoke, we'll have some more guest stars going to be joining in. I just hope Sunshine Archer may stop by on my next live stream. And hopefully some other great karaoke persons around the country or around the entire United States, or my Facebook friends. And hopefully that will be a great next karaoke live stream concert show. Just give me a minute here, folks. Uh-oh. All right. Now, I do want to show you the pictures that I made on the opening titles of WrestleMania Horror Edition. First title that I create is this one. It's Horror Edition of WWF WrestleMania 6. And after this live stream is on, we're going to work on the two most powerful horror stars. Then after Horror Edition of WrestleMania 6, I'll change it to Western Edition of WrestleMania 6. And WrestleMania 6 is located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And the best place to start the WrestleMania 6 is at the Sky Dome, the home of Toronto Blue Jays. And since baseball season's coming up soon. Now, this other made special edition of WrestleMania picture I made is this one. I give you WrestleMania 7 edition. I give you horror edition of WrestleMania 7. And the intro that I made with two characters are battle for the Horror Wrestling Federation champion. The intro that I made was Horror Wrestling Federation champion Freddy Krueger will be taking on the Dream Master named Alice Johnson. And the commentary host that you hear was Gorilla Monsoon. And Gorilla Monsoon is the first legendary World Wrestling Federation superstar. And finally, the other intro that I'm going to make, the other opening credit I'm going to make is this one. This is horror edition of WrestleMania 8. And this WrestleMania 8 took place in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the place in that one is called the Hoosier Dome. And those are the first 3 horror editions that I made so far, WWE. And like I said, after this live stream is over, I might work on some more horror editions of the WWE. Then I'll change it to Western edition of WWE. And like the one intro that I made was WrestleMania 7 Horror Edition. And the intro voices that you hear was me doing the voice of Vince McMahon. Then we have Gorilla Monsoon, the commentary. And then after I finished working on the Survivor Series Horror Edition to Western Edition of Survivor Series. And now, I'm going to show you the pictures that I made for the teams of Survivor Series. For 1989 version of Horror Edition of Survivor Series. Now, before I show you the pictures of the team captains and the teams, those are the pictures of the teammate that I made. And I had to think of a different name for the next team members. But the first team that I created was Demon Warriors. And the team captain of this group was Demon Warrior. And his fellow team members now, I'm going to show you the team. I'm going to show you only 2 pictures of the teams. And the first team that I created was the team of the Demon Warriors. Like I told you before, we have the team captain of the Survivor Series Horror Edition by the name of the Demon Warrior. And his team members for the group. And his team members for the group was the name of Benjamin Wills, also known as the Fisherman. His next team members of the Demon Warriors, this looking character, Jethro McDonald. And the final team member of the Demon Warriors is the Creeper. And the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers was the first monster And it was the first time. Now I'm going to show you the captain. Now I'm going to show you the team members of the Dream Team. And the team captain for this team was by the name of Alice Johnson. Her members, Elizabeth Price, along with the Thanksgiving slasher, John Carver, and the final member of the Dream Team, as soon as I find it, was me as Cowboy Jason Voorhees. And it was the first time that I'm start working on the horror edition of WWE. But pretty soon I'm going to change it to Western edition of WWE after this live stream is over. Right now, we got another scary movie coming up this week on Svengoolie, and the film is called War of the Worlds. And the War of the Worlds may be another scariest movie classic. And the picture we'll see is the Martians, also known as the aliens. And War of the Martians may be another scary classic film of all time. Now, like I said, on Friday, March 27th is tomorrow. I'm going to be a guest star on Slick Six Guns live stream show. And he's going to talk to me about my channel. And man, I slept till like 10 a.m. this morning. Right now, my channel is growing big, all right. And I'm up to 230 subscribers. I do want to thank over 230 subscribers so far. And let me see. Let me see what's happening on the top fans here. First one up. First one up is 710 is Oil. Since number one showing up for the first time. You're the only one showing up as a top fan there, 710 is Oil, so congratulations. And now after February comes March. Y'all know what that means. Daylight Saving Time starts. And y'all know what that means. St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is coming up on March the 17th. And the picture that I made on the background on Facebook is with the curtains. And the picture you've seen on the Facebook is a different person, is a different look of me. And I've been watching so many friends I've known on Facebook, some of the friends that I've known on YouTube. And it was a fun time that I'm watching so many karaoke friends that I've known on YouTube. And but such people that I've known was Bruce Harvey from Michigan and Squirrel's World in Newfoundland. And Newfoundland is located in British Columbia. And Michigan is just a state. And but you may not notice, AJ Styles is retiring soon. I don't like it how people gets retiring. And, it was so frustrating how every superstars get retiring. And but I'm still working. I'm still writing the lines of the another intro to the Survivor Series. Now, like I said, the Survivor Series is the first WWE television show that I've seen on YouTube. And the legends you'd seen was Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, and Andre the Giant. And the reason about Survivor Series in 1989 is with the teams form. Like the first one is the Ultimate Warriors against the Heenan family. Then Roddy Piper with his team against Ravishing Rick Rude, called Roddy's against Rude's Brood. The third team member was Hacksaw Jim Duggan with his team, and the Macho King Randy Savage and his team, called 4x4 against the King's Court. The fifth team members was Dusty Rhodes and his captain, Dusty Rhodes and his team, and the Big Boss Man and his team, with the Dream Team versus the Enforcers. The final team with Hulk Hogan and $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase and his team members, the Hulkamaniacs versus the $1 Million Team. And this Survivor Series show took place in Chicago, in the Rosemont Horizon. That's the name of the arena. Now, this other Survivor Series took place here of 1990, such as this one. This Survivor Series took place in 1990. And the team captains, Hulk Hogan and the Earthquake with his team members, the Hulkamaniacs versus the Natural Disasters. Then we got Dusty Rhodes and the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase with Coco Beware and The Undertaker with Bret Hart, Greg Valentine, and the Honky Tonk Man. It's the Dream Team versus the $1 Million Team. Then we got Nikolai Volkov and Sergeant Slaughter with his teammates, the Alliance versus the Mercenaries. Then Jake the Snake Roberts and the model Rick Martel, the Vipers versus the Visionaries. Then the Ultimate Warrior and Mr. Perfect with his team, formed with the Warriors versus the Perfect Team, and it took place in Harvard Center in Harvard, Connecticut. And I've been watching those wrestling fans a long time, and WWE is my favorite sport still. Excuse me. Like I said before, Mike Rowe from New Mexico is not playing on the air on the evenings. His day's slowing down a bit, but I hope he's okay. But he'll still be on live every mornings. And but like I said, Slick Six Guns is going to have me as his guest on Friday the 27th, which is tomorrow. And first of all, I need to ask Slick Six Guns what date, what time of tomorrow will be. All right. I've already messaged him to ask him about the time that he'll have me on Friday the 27th in the morning or the afternoon. Hopefully he'll ask an answer. And like I said, the top fan did show up today. Only one was 710 is oil. Now, I did watch a long time ago on the Universal Monster Channel was the Phantom of the Opera Claude Rains version. And Claude Rains, who is the Phantom of the Opera, and he was the attacker who attacks the first victim, and then he runs off. And that mask that he wore is made kind of look like a mysterious person. What's this? 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Uh-oh. Which reminds me, I think I should set up a 10:30 alarm so I can get up early and put on the Western clothing and even the star badge. And I gotta find the right Western clothing so I can be on the Six Guns live stream show. All right. The time for Slate Six Guns tomorrow's live stream is at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that means I better set up a 10 a.m., 10:30 alarm for me to get up and get changed and put on my Western gear and have some fun with him. Excuse me for a minute, folks. Yeah, like I said, Slate Six Gun's going to start his live stream tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So yeah, the time for Slick Six Guns live stream show starts at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. That means I better set up a 10:30 alarm for me to get up and get changed and put on some Western gear and something else. But I'm not. It's something else. And but I'll be back on Tuesday the 3rd is when I start my next karaoke live stream concert. And hopefully more guest stars will stop by. And okay, Cemetery Oil, thank you for coming. Like I said, you're the only one who showed up on the chat. And now I want to show you the messenger that I'm at right now. See, this is the messenger that I'm in. There's some messenger friends that I've been known, and some of the messenger friends that I don't know. Like we got Patrick Michael, whose also name is Have Cheated With You, Christy Newton, Michael Rowe, Ethan Butcher, RP Smith, Buck McCoy, Kaylee Cook, Shirley Eston, also known as Squirrel Swirl. Then we Jane Scarfer, Aspen Black, Michael S., Nathan Wade, Bruce Harvey, Kimmy Brown, my sister, Nicole Carrier. Now we have a new friend, Lisa Dawn. Then we got Jens Georgia Bond, Paisley Grace, Christian Masters, Michael B., Heidi, and many other Facebook friends that I've been known for a long time. And I did enjoy listening to their performance on Facebook, and I did enjoy listening to some performers on YouTube. And what's this? I was asking Slick Six Guns, do you think Midwest Hale might know me? And he said, not sure. And yeah, Michael Rowe is the first New Mexico guy who might not play his evening on the air. But he sent me some songs that he recorded. And I've already sent him the liner of myself and the theme song of the Dukes of Hazzard. And yes, it was the first time during my Tuesday, the first live stream concert show. And hold on, let me find the picture of that first before I show it to you again. See, that's the picture of my first karaoke live stream concert show. It was Bruce Harvey and Squirrel's World. And for the first time on the chat here, by the name of Michael Rowe, who is the voice of the Mountains Country radio station. And it was the first time when Mike Rowe did show up on my live stream yesterday, on Tuesday, February 24th. And he enjoys my songs. And we played some of his best songs during my live stream show. And we had a fun together. And this live stream from Tuesday the 24th was over about 3 hours. It was about it was about 3 hours. And it was the first time that I've ever done this before. But now I have uploaded a new video onto my channel with a song to the tribute to the legendary president named Abraham Lincoln. You see, Abraham Lincoln was the first president until he got shot by the gunman. And the song was called I'll Never Pass This Way Again. And it was sung by the country star Tracy Lawrence. And Tracy Lawrence sung that song, and it was released, I think, in 1988. And it was a fun time. It was a good song right there. And now I do want to show you one picture that I was karaokeing. It's this place right here. It's called Poorhouse on the Derby. Poorhouse on the Derby is where they have karaoke Saturday nights. And unfortunately, the Japanese Steakhouse is not having karaoke in anymore. And I really didn't notice that Japanese Steakhouse is not having karaoke anymore by the report from Heidi. Like I said, in 2024, that was last year ago, and there was a baseball game going on last year, the last couple years ago, and Nikki and Sky and I went to one of the best minor league baseball one of the minor league baseball game of all time, or the field, such as this one. It's called FNB Field, and that baseball field is home to the Harrisburg Senators. And Nikki, Sky, and I did enjoy watching that baseball game, and it was a fun time. Now, like I showed you before, the picture of the album that I made was called Steven Sheets and Friends Greatest Hits Collection. And you know, maybe after this live stream is over, I think I should create some songs from the Steven Sheets and Friends Greatest Hits Collection Volume 1. And hopefully that turns out okay. But I did check the pounds on every movie monsters, like the Deadly Mantis. Let me look it up on the phone again. He weighs over 203. He weighs over 203 pounds. And it was fed from the ice on the North Pole. And yes, the Deadly Mantis weighs over 203 pounds. Now, Tarantula, the movie in 1955, he weighs over 700 pounds. And I mean, Tarantula is over 70 pounds. And that was the first time that Tarantula weighs over 700 pounds. And yes, Tarantula is over 70 pounds, and Godzilla is over and Deadly Mantis weighs over 207 pounds. Well, that concludes my Thursday the 26th live stream show. Thank you for watching it. Thank the only person on the chat is 710 is Oil for showing up. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be on the guest of Slick Six Guns live stream show from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And hopefully you folks will be here to see it. And hopefully I'll be back on next karaoke live stream show Tuesday the 3rd. And hopefully when I start my karaoke, we'll have more guest stars going to be joining in. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be seeing y'all down the trail. Y'all come back now, you hear?